Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Tarot Talk. I'm Tommy, and I'll be hosting your weekly reading today. Now, we're going to dive right in with a super quick overview here, but please do stick around for the in-depth reading that'll come after that. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and Four of Swords. All right. So starting out here, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. And this is suggesting that recently something new, some new opportunity, or maybe even a new relationship has come in. And this kind of came out of nowhere. It seems to me like you were not expecting the arrival of whatever this thing was. But it's definitely something that you are excited about and that is good for you. You can see this garden here that's in blossom and bloom. So that's signifying that soon this is going to bring you some form of abundance, whether that's emotional abundance, financial abundance, but some type of abundance here. This is a good situation that you've started on. Now, here you've got the Eight of Pentacles, and that is representing that whatever this is, you've already gotten to work quickly on it. I'm kind of gathering this is something that you may be working on alone, or at least you kind of feel like you're working on by yourself. This figure here is chiseling out on these pentacles, and he's creating them. He's got all of his completed ones over here. He's got some working on, but he's out here kind of by himself working. You can see just in the distance there is this town. He's almost in a form of isolation here. You're hard at work. You're mastering a craft. But the Four of Swords is showing up to remind you that it's okay to take a break. You need some rest. You need some relaxation in your life. Don't work so hard. Even though you're so excited about this new opportunity, don't lose sight of the things that are important. Again, I'm feeling that burnout maybe, and you may not be feeling that yet, but Spirit here is signifying that you may feel that in the near future if you don't slow down and take a break. So remember, one step at a time, Gemini. Not everything has to be a race. It seems like whatever this is more of a marathon than a sprint. So while it's going to be important for you to put in some hard work, don't let that burn you out. Okay, so now we're going to take a deep dive into this situation and see what we can find out from your past, your present, what's going to go on in the future, and we'll pull those cards out. Let's start with how you see yourself in this situation, or sorry, where you are appearing rather in the situation. Okay, so with Temperance here, it looks like you're telling me, be quiet, Tommy. I don't need to take a break. I know what I'm doing, and I will work as much as I want to work. And you're kind of showing up as you are keeping things in balance right now. This angelic figure here showing up with 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. Even flow here between the two cups. She's pouring the water back and forth. So it looks like you are taking a balanced approach to this. There is this path that's going off here signifying again that you're on a new journey. This path even goes up between these two mountains. So you've had some past challenges, but it looks like those were lessons that are really guiding you right now. It is the dawn of a new day going on. So the sun is rising on your moment here, Gemini, and with the wings showing up, you've got divine support in this matter. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, so what other guidance do we have, Spirit, for Gemini today? Now, as I get your cards ready here, Gemini, please do remember this is a general reading. So if it's not resonating with you, please do leave it behind. But I'd ask that you share it with someone who might need to see it. I also would invite you to stay for the entire reading because sometimes messages may come out for you later in the reading that Spirit wants you to see. If you are going to be sticking around with us, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It really helps support the channel. Remember, hitting subscribe is free, doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us grow so that I can continue bringing you these readings. Okay, so things are going so well right now, Gemini, that I'm interested to know what is your obstacle, what's standing in your way. Okay, so you've got the Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords is showing me that you've had some sleepless nights. right? There's either some lessons, or I'm thinking this is more of tasks on your mind. So whatever this new thing is that you've started, I'm wondering, Gemini, have you recently gone into business for yourself? Um, or maybe even started a side hustle here that is something that you're doing independently. And it's kind of like when you're going to bed at night, you can't really sleep. You're up all night. It's kind of you're stuck almost in this. I've got a million and one things to do, and there's just not enough hours in the day. How am I gonna be able to get past this? How can I sustain this and make it work? So with this showing up here, Spirit would be telling you you need to take time out again for yourself. Again, with this rest card coming up here with the Four of Swords in the beginning, is saying it's going to be really important for you to take breaks. Okay. It doesn't mean stop. It doesn't mean that you're on the wrong path. It just means you need to take some time out for you. Again, let's avoid the burnout here. Okay. So let's see what's going on in your subconscious. Here you've got the King of Wands. Well, there's no surprise there. You are being driven at every possible angle. So not only are you consciously aware of your drive and actually doing it, and then agonizing about how you're going to get it all done all night, but the King of Wands here is saying, look, you've got this fiery ambition here that is driving you forward. And that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. But again, I think your subconscious is trying to say, we got to find a way to be balanced, right? If I think about the king in this situation, the king is a very powerful figure, right? He's the top, he's the head person in charge, but a king doesn't run the kingdom all on his own, right? He's got a support, he's got a structure, there are processes in place, there are all kinds of people to assist. So that might even be telling you to seek some help from those around you. What can you delegate in this situation so that you don't burn out on this powerful, fiery energy that you've got there? Okay, let's see what brought you to this point with this recent past. Well, the world here is in your favor, has been in your favor, and it looks like, again, this new endeavor, this new gift kind of came out of nowhere. So the wreath here symbolizes a signal. You've got four of the fixed zodiac signs here, so there's stability, there's structure, there's balance with the two wands. She's kind of dancing here. This scarf symbolizes this infinity type deal. So you had the world at your feet is what always resonates with me in this card. That, or you were on top of the world, right? Because she's in the sky. So you were in a place where you knew that this was going to be the right idea. The moment this idea came in, you said, that's it. I'm going forward with it. This is brilliant. This is going to make me a millionaire, or it's going to make me emotionally happy. All my cups will be full, right? My emotional cups will be full. So that's what brought you into this. And with you working so hard and so passionately about it, I can't say that I'm surprised by that. All right, let's take a look at your conscious. Here's what you're aware of. Holy moly, we've got this card again. So two different decks. The Four of Swords is showing up for you. So take a break, Gemini. Take a break. It doesn't have to be a long one, but even if you take a 3-day weekend, maybe take this Friday off and just say, look, I've worked really hard. I need to reward myself. Sometimes even small successes can be something. Small successes are something we can reward ourselves for, and it kind of helps keep that energy flowing. Again, my thoughts and the universe and everything is screaming inside my head right now saying, take a nap, take a break, avoid burnout. So this kind of fiery passion and energy here is not going to last forever. Okay. Nobody you can't sprint forever. So again, slow down, make this more of a marathon. You're going to keep being successful. It's not going anywhere. Stop fearing that you're going to miss out on something. This opportunity that it's going to slip out of your fingers, because Spirit is saying, look, you've got it. We've given you the opportunity. The world is your oyster here. So just slow down, enjoy your family life, take time for you. Always focus on the things that are most important to you, because they may not be there tomorrow. Okay, let's take a look at your near future. What are you going to do with this information, Gemini? All right, you've got the star. That's good. So there's more balance coming into your future here. This figure is pouring water in both land and in the pool here, this pond of water. You've got this bright, shining star. So again, stars of success, right? You are the star. It's almost like you're going to be famous for this work, at least within your inner circle, right? I mean, I don't know. For you, it could be that you're famous to those around you. In the future, people are going to look back and say, man, they really did a great job when they started that. I'm so proud of you, Gemini. Um, and it could mean that you're even more widely known, right? This could be something that you're doing in the public eye here, and maybe why you're feeling like you have to burn the midnight oil. But again, Spirit is telling you, look, you've got divine guidance here. I can't stress enough, Spirit is just screaming that they're on your side. They're showing up here in most of your cards with the divine, at least half the cards that we've looked at so far. So this is not going anywhere. You are the star, Gemini. That is you. You're the star of this show, and you're going to succeed. Don't burn out, though, because that's when you may start to lose your grip on something. Okay, let's see how you see yourself. All right, you see yourself as the Knight of Pentacles. Again, no surprise. You're curating, you've got pentacles all over the place. You're curating your new idea, your new thought. You're on this really, I always look at this horse as the most majestic horse, right? It's decorated, it's got this like black silky fur, and it's just, you are majestic in this situation. There is a sense of stability about the process, and you see yourself as you are the one that's leading the charge in this. And again, that's good. Just don't burn out. Let's check out your external influences, and another night. So even externally, the world is coming in. Now this night is charging full steam ahead, right? There's all this red on here. Again, just like the Knight of Wands, fiery passion, forward motion, and fast forward motion. I think, I think what's going on here, Gemini, is the reason you can't sleep at night and you feel like you can't take a rest is because this thing took off faster than you thought it would. You were excited about it, no doubt, and you wanted to get started, but it's just like things are rolling in here in a very positive way. It's like your plate runneth over, right? It's perfect and it's full, but holy cow, you're steaming full. You're moving full steam ahead. Again, very good thing, but remember to find some balance in there. Okay, your fears and your hopes. Seven of Wands. Excuse me, Seven of Swords. I'm sorry. Okay, so see, this is making sense. This really ties into your reading. So the Seven of Swords shows this guy, you've got, again, seven swords here. Two of them are left behind, but it's like he just snatched up five of them, and he's like secretly he's quickly but quietly trying to move away, right? It's the card of deception. It's the card of sometimes theft. And because it's showing up in hopes and fears here, I think you're a little bit fearful that this idea you almost feel is so proprietary and so out of the norm that you're worried that if you don't stay on top of it and give your every waking hour to it, then somebody's going to come in and steal it from you. Someone's going to do it better than you or something if you don't just stay ahead of the curve. But Spirit is reminding you here that that's not the case. They gave this gift to you. You received this idea, this kind of know-how, and this passion and this desire because it was meant for you to take charge of. This was reserved only for you in this situation. So don't get so lost in your fear that somebody's going to swindle this away from you, and just know that steady progress is good progress. Make sure you're building this on a solid foundation, because without a solid foundation, a home can't stand or a structure can't stand. Okay? Let's see what your outcome is. There it is, the Tower. Okay, so looks like a crazy scene here, right? Typically this tower, well, here it's being struck by lightning. The crown is being thrown out. These people are falling out of the tower. It's in flames, and it's kind of like, there goes everything. All right. This card can be both good and bad. In your case, I see this as good, as scary as that scene looks, because honestly, it matches up exactly with what I just said. Part of the reason that towers crumble and towers fall is because they're built on these crappy foundations here. You have to build your solid foundation to avoid your tower falling. You're building this monumental thing here, again, that you're going to be a shining star in. You're almost going to be like an expert in this field. When I say expert, clearly you know what you're doing here, but it's like others are going to look up to you. So let's take the time to rest, take our breaks, keep moving ahead. Definitely keep moving, but let's shift into more of a stoic energy, a making all the right steps forward instead of just speeding by so fast that we miss the important parts, right? Don't miss out. Let's build your tower a strong one. All right, Gemini, let's see what your shadow card is here going on behind the scenes. The Hanged Man. Okay, perfect. So Hanged Man energy is exactly the energy that you need right now. So you've got this tree that he's hanging from upside down by just 1 foot. He's kind of got this upside down 4 going on here. But even though he's suspended and he's upside down, if you take a look at his face, he doesn't seem to be bothered by it. It's kind of like he's hanging here by choice. He's just hanging out, right? His arms are even kind of at this side, almost like, oh yeah, I'm just chilling. And again, this glowing halo is showing that in his thoughts, in his mind, lies this wisdom that he needs, but he needs to spend some time hanging around here and doing some self-reflection. So once again, tying all that together, don't be charging so full steam ahead that you miss important insights here, and that you build this thing on a crappy foundation. It needs to be on a really good foundation. Remember to be the king in this situation, that while you're overseeing the process and the construction of this, you don't always have to be the one out there laying every single brick of this thing. Recruit some help. If you, again, if this is a new enterprise and you have the budget to do it, now would be the time to hire an apprentice or an assistant or somebody that you trust that you can help. And I know that part of your fear in that is you're worried that you're going to bring somebody in and they're going to take everything from you. But Spirit's saying that's not the case, because you're smart enough to not pick that person. You're wise enough to not pick the person that's going to swindle you. You know, find somebody that is willing to step in and help you. And it may not even have to be a paid resource. You might be able to just look around. You're going to get that wisdom and know how if you just take a moment, take a day to think about it. Like I said, really give some thought to that, to taking like a 3-day weekend. You know, take Friday off. You don't even have to go out of town. It can be a staycation. You know, I know you're watching your pennies for your business right now. Get it. Been there. I got you. But take some time to self-reflect. Take some time to take a freaking nap, Gemini. All right, let's see what your oracle card, your cosmic wisdom oracle card, has to say here. This is going to give you some guidance about the overall situation again. Solar plexus chakra. Trust in your inner fire and harness the energy of self-belief and determination. It will guide you through life's challenges with resilience. So again, what's standing out to me here is this singular word, harness. Trust in your inner fire and harness the energy of self-belief and determination. It will guide you through life's challenges with resilience. Okay, so the king is typically not led. The king is the one who leads. And so by harnessing your energy, you're not being led wildly and free and without course by your energy. Instead, you need to harness that positive, fiery passion and make it work for you instead of you working to fill your passion. Okay, let's take one more oracle card here. This is your Akashic Records oracle card. And this one says, speak your truth. You've stayed silent long enough. Speak up, stand your ground, and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. So if someone around you has been discouraging you from finding help in this new endeavor, from, you know, maybe a friend or a romantic partner, somebody is saying, are you sure this is going to be successful enough? Because all the money that you're earning from your new business or all the things that you're producing here, you need to keep that for yourself. And meanwhile, you have this little voice kind of tugging at you going, God, I really could use some help and I could use a better balance. It's time for you to speak that truth and say, look, we've come a long way. Yes, my profits might take a little bit of a hit if that's what it is, but I need this extra support to really build this strong foundation and to keep going. So, Gemini, I think this is going to be a great week for you. I'm really excited to see what you're building here, and I wish you the best of weeks. Again, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week.